Oh baby, day 3, here we go. And ladies and gentlemen, this one is an absolute knockout session. We're talking about RVs under 5,000 pounds, which, in case you didn't know, is one of the largest growing segments currently. With everyone just wanting to kind of use their daily driver, right? Not everyone wants to upgrade into a truck. If you have one, great, but if you don't, sometimes people just want to take an SUV, and that's what this segment is all about. People with, mid-size or smaller SUVs, when you're looking at that 3,500 pound tow capacity, more importantly for this session, that 5,000 pound tow capacity, right? That's what this one is all about. Now this one probably will be pretty close to maxing it out. We're looking at dry weight of just under 4,600 pounds. So realistically, you may need something a little bit bigger, but either way, this is a beautiful floor plan on what you have, folks. 22.5 foot long on this one. This is the 2021 Heartland Mallard 210RB. The RB, of course, standing for rear bath. Now, if you take a look at the kitchen, one of the things I like about this one, even though it's 22.5 foot long, a lot of times when you're in that length, what they'll do is they'll give you a 2-burner cooktop and a single sink to get more countertop space. But the way they've laid this out, they still allow you to have prep space right over here, which again, normally you're missing. Plus, you still have the recessed cooktop with prep space, and you get the sink top cover. So between all of this, you just have a ton of prep space all throughout this kitchen, which is great. Now, this obviously just folds up and back like so, opening up those 3 burners. That front one is high output. Oven underneath if you want to do some baking. If not, you can take this rack out, use it for a little bit of storage perhaps, but I always like to at least have the option. If I want to throw like a casserole or something in there, I have the option to do it. I'm not cooking a Thanksgiving turkey by any stretch, but maybe a couple cupcakes, I can do it right in there. Some drawers in the kitchen, definitely a necessity. If you're going to have a functional kitchen in an RV, you have to have at least 1 drawer. I honestly prefer 2, and that's exactly what you have here. So you have a spot for your flatware, plus some of your larger utensils or hand towels, things like that. Over to this side, we'll take a look underneath the sink. Look at that, folks. If you know me, you know that I'm going to love the fact you have space for a trash can, because that's underneath my sink. That's exactly where I want my trash can to be at, because that's where it is at home. And I don't know about you folks watching, but for me, I'm a person of habit, right? So I'll be sitting here and I'll be cutting. I'll be like, trash can. Oh, wait, no, it's not it. Where, right? I've done that in RVs before, but here it makes it simple. Plus, you don't have your bag hanging out, stinking, and if it has a leaking all over your floor, and you have a sticky floor, and you got to clean that. Nobody wants that. Give me a spot to put it. They did. Heading up top, I love the cabinetry in the Mallard here too. They changed this, I want to say about a year and a half ago now, and they went a lot lighter. They were one of the first kind of manufacturers to go a little bit lighter, and I really love the fact they did. But you got some extra storage up there for plates, cups, bowls, whatever else. Microwave, hood over to the side, a spot to put your TV. I do recommend, personally, getting a swing arm mount. Why do I say that? Well, the reason being is the bed, which, in this bed is a north to south bed, or in this RV's north to south bed, which I really like. I prefer that over east to west. That way you can get out on either side of the bed, and one person doesn't have to crawl over the other to get out. But if you have a swing arm mount, you're able to swing that around to the bed, so you're able to watch TV in bed. You'll also see that it comes with the Multimedia Center here. Uses these guys to plug right into the back of the TV, but that is a DVD player. You're not going to play anything 4K or anything on there, but if you just have a standard DVD, pop it in, you'll be good to go. You can just watch a movie before bed. The sink itself, talk a little bit about that. High-rise pull-out faucet. I like having a pull-out. It makes it a lot easier to wash and rinse dishes. You will also see the sink top covers, which, kind of make it a little more flush, but they're also cutting boards. So if you want to flip it over, use it as a cutting board, you can do so. I always tell people to use the bottom side, right? Or at least use the same side. In this case, it'll be the bottom because they kind of set in just like that. That's not always the case for them, but you'll always want to use the same side. That way the tops stay looking nice. You don't have a bunch of cut marks in there. And taking a walk to the back, kind of rounding out the kitchen here. As soon as you walk in, I like when manufacturers do this too, right? They give you options. You have some versatility. Do you want to hang, jackets up? Do you want a little coat closet? You can have it. Do you want pantry? Great. The shelves are there. You can have it. You get the option based upon what you want. And I love that they at least, again, give you some kind of choice. You will also see a little bit of storage right down underneath there. And then you have the fridge, and this is something that's very unique to the Mallard line. That is the doodle station. And what this is the front of this isn't just black, it's actually a chalkboard. The reason I really like that, for a couple different reasons, I guess. One, let's say you have the grandkids come visit, and it's a smaller RV, again, 22.5 feet. You do have a spot for them to sleep, which I'll show you in a little bit, but you're going to want stuff for them to do, and if they bring a bunch of kids' toys in here, it's quickly going to, kind of overcrowd the space. But with this, it gives something that's super easy to do. You can just have a little bit of chalk. They can come up here. They can be doodling all day. Draw a little a little stick people family on there, right? Something super cute. Or in the case of like my wife, who's really artistic, she can put something cool on here. Like at ours, at home, I have like a little, I don't know, box, right, with a little chalkboard on it, holds wine bottles, and says it's wine o'clock. Why not, right? So you can do all sorts of stuff there. I do like that. I should probably open it up, at least show you the size. So, again, plenty of storage space there for your cold storage. You have some crisper drawers down below too. That does run off both propane and electric, by the way. Before we go in the bathroom, I do want to touch on the door because I really like what they have done with the two-tone wood. Rather than just having, a straight-up door like most manufacturers would, I like they went kind of that extra little step there. It really helps it stand out, and especially in a smaller RV, gives it a little bit of personality, I guess you could say. Making our way into the bathroom here, I'll take a seat on the toilet. Plenty of space here, folks, both for my legs as well as for my shoulders. Sink top over to the side. Enough room down under there for your toilet paper, black tank chemicals, whatever else you need. Mirrored medicine cabinet up top. Directly behind me is a linen closet. I like when manufacturers put these in as well, right? Got to have a spot for all of your bath towels, whatever else you may need in here. And when I step in the shower, you can see here that at 6 foot tall, I have plenty of space. Even without the skylight, I can still fully stand up. But with that skylight, folks, I mean, I could be, probably 6'2", maybe 6'3". My man Chris Young can shower in there, no problem. He doesn't have to bend down either. Making our way over to the slide, couple cool things here. One, you will see the back of the slide fascia on the sides is lit. They have put LED lights in there. I kind of like that, right? I think it makes it a little more elegant. And it's actually something they've done very well. For being a small RV, right, you don't want it to feel closed in. And they did a great job. You have a ton of windows all the way throughout here. The other thing they did is they put in a ton of lights. We have the slide fascias lights. You have a light here. You have not one, but two more lights underneath the cabinets. Most manufacturers would have just had a single light. They put 3 in this space. Look up above the bed. You have 3 lights just in that little section. You have 2 rows running the rest of the RV. I mean, you have a ton of lights in this thing, which really helps brighten it up. Another thing I love about the slide, take a look. They got rid of carpet. Instead, you have like the kind of like the nylon weave, right? Something they took out of the marine industry. Super easy to clean. You don't have to worry about it getting gross and dirty, anything like that. And then sitting on top of that is your tri-fold sofa. So cool thing about this, you got the slide out, helps open up this main living space. It gives you a spot to sit down and watch TV. And the TV, folks, will be directly across from where I'm sitting right now, which is phenomenal. And as I mentioned, this does fold out into a bed. So, if you have some grandkids that come visit, or maybe just some friends that, need to stay the night, no problem. You can sleep one adult here super comfortably, 2, as long as they're okay snuggling, you're good to go. I love that they did that. Up front is a king bed. Nice big bed, not gonna be elbowing each other in the middle of the night. Wardrobe on both sides, storage across the top center there again, kind of an LED accent light. And if you drop down underneath, you'll see a couple different types of storage. One, it's going to be right there, right? Little foot locker. And then underneath that, you have a spot for your shoes, which I personally like because, I don't know about you folks watching, but for me, I like to take slippers when I go camping, walk around inside my RV, and so I can toss them right in there. Or flip-flops I take a lot of times too because, sometimes I'll go outside and maybe I want to, go use the facilities because my wife is using the bathroom here, or, I just want to use the other facilities for showering, whatever it may be. Having the flip-flops right there is just super convenient. It's out of the way too. And if you notice right by the entryway, I forgot to point this out, but there is, well, next to the fuse panel there, but right next to that you will see another little cubby hole, so that gives you another spot to put those shoes. Last thing I want to touch on before I head outside, folks, it does have a table right here. It just has foldable legs, but you can put that table right in front of the sofa, so if you want a place to sit down and eat, you have that available. Taking a walk outside. MORryde step above step system. Folks, I'm over 200 pounds. I can jump up and down on these things. You will see they don't flex. Moved slightly, but there is no flex to them, kind of like your old steps where it almost gets that springboard effect. So I love the new steps. That's probably one of the biggest changes the RV industry had in the last 3 or 4 years are the upgraded steps here. talk a little bit about construction. And one of the things I love about the Mallard is that they use Azdel composite panels instead of Luan. So on the back of this fiberglass, you have that Azdel, which is lighter weight. It won't absorb moisture, almost completely completely eliminating delamination, and it's a green material, so you won't get the off-gassing. And that lighter weight is a big part of why this is in that, you know, RVs under 5,000 section. You also see this right here, your baggage door. It is a magnetic catch, so it goes up just like that. It's also a slam latch, so it shuts down super simple, nice and heavy duty. And you get the King Kong size storage. Look at how big that opening is. If you have a grill, if you have a large chair, you're still able to fit it in there. You have power stabilizer jacks, and the controls are inside, so you have less chance, you know, for any kind of issues from the elements, right? Water and stuff like that. We take a look at the front. You can see that front 3/4 cap, absolutely beautiful. You kind of have that faux windshield in there, LED lights all over the place. Powered tongue jack up front, making it nice and simple to hook up and disconnect from your tow vehicle. Solar prep over to the side, so if you want solar, you can buy the portable panels and plug it in. And you have a fully enclosed, heated, and insulated underbelly, so it lets you camp a little bit later into the fall, a little bit earlier into the spring, plus a full 2-inch thick laminated sidewall, folks. So again, if you're looking to kind of, you know, have that extended season, be able to camp a little bit longer, the Mallard is one that will let you do it. Now remember, folks, this is just one of several different RVs we have over under 5,000 pounds. We're going to cover a few today, but just know that we have more inventory than anyone else in the U.S., folks. We have over 80,000 pieces that are coming factory fresh to a lot near you. All you need to do to take advantage of that is text the word fresh to 46642 or drop that word fresh in the comment section below. That way we can get you in touch with the specialist and get you the perfect RV.